All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. I did do a cryptocurrency video for the main channel, and it's on Litecoin. So you want to check that out on the main channel. It's a buy signal for Litecoin from Charlie Lee, the creator, at $8 to 14 and to reach about 14 bucks. Okay, so you guys can check that video out on the main channel 365 and subscribe to that channel. And also subscribe here on Eyes Open Media. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and how Bitcoin is going to be accepted at 260,000 stores in Japan by this summer. You want to talk about Bitcoin going to 2,000 or even 3,000 or even 4,000 or maybe even 5,000, in the summertime? I mean, now, in my opinion, Bitcoin will probably be around 2,000 to 3,000 in the summer, but the reason why it won't go, it's not going to be that higher than that, or it might even just be at 1,500. I mean, I'm gonna keep it at a lower risk. I'm gonna say between 1,500 to 3,000 is where Bitcoin is probably going to be at in the summertime, and so basically June, July, August, around that time frame, June, July, August, after the Bitcoin Classic does their soft split and gives out the free Bitcoin Classics and all that stuff goes down. Around June, July, August, Bitcoin should be around 1,500 to 3,000, somewhere in between that time, that range. And the reason why it's not going even higher than that is because Ethereum it should be just exploded. So Ethereum would, according to the Webbot report, Ethereum is going to be the new Bitcoin in the summer, right? That's what they're going to be saying. So because Ethereum is going to take the light off of Bitcoin, Bitcoin will probably be around 1,500 to 3,000, and Ethereum is going to be the thing everybody is buying. Okay, and then of course Ethereum is going to then do a massive sell-off as the elites take their profits. Ethereum is probably going to go to somewhere between 150 to 500 bucks, so anything like that. I'm looking for 200 to 500 bucks, somewhere around there, in the summer for Ethereum. Just a massive pump up by the elites, and then they just sell it all off. Okay, and then it'll probably come down to about 50 bucks, 80 bucks. You know what I mean? Somewhere around there, $80 to $50 range. And then maybe that's a good time to buy again. So either way, I'm looking for a heavy pump in Ethereum starting late April all the way into June. Okay, so Bitcoin is going to remain stable as more and more Japanese people get used to it and understand that it's legal tender and it's going to be everywhere in Japan. They are going to be consuming it and buying it and storing it. Remember, China and Japan and India, they like to store things for long term. They look at long term. They don't look at like Americans do or the Western world do with fast. Everything has to be fast food, fast delivery, fast everything. They don't look at it that way. In China and Japan, they look at long term. They live a long life. They live a lot longer than we do. So they look at things for longer life and generational wealth. So they will be storing. So when Japan will be storing Bitcoins in their homes and things, they'll probably have Bitcoin ATMs, and they're also going to have it in their wallets and their private wallets. So Bitcoin prices is just going to go higher just because Japan is going to just be storing Bitcoin in their personal wallet, and there's not going to be a lot out there because of this. Okay, so 260,000 stores. You want to talk about demand, supply versus demand, with Bitcoin going through the roof. There won't be that much supply, but there's going to be a lot of demand for Bitcoin. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why the Webbot says that Bitcoin could be at 13,000 next March, because the demand for Bitcoin in these countries is going to outweigh the supply. So that I'm not going to say that Bitcoin is going to be at 13,000 by next March. The Webbot report is, has been awesome, but I don't know if that's kind of too high for me. I think by next March, if we're sitting at 3,000 Bitcoin, a lot of us are going to be very happy. especially those that are in MPCA with me. If you're not in MPCA, the link's in the description. I think it's the first link, MPCA, and it says in parentheses Bitcoin. Because they have a different company. They have MPA, which is the first company, and then they have MPCA, which is all Bitcoin. Okay, so I make it clear that is a Bitcoin one. Then you want to earn Bitcoin. This is why I tell you guys, earn Bitcoin. Don't buy Bitcoin, earn it. Earn Bitcoin daily. Earn it, earn Bitcoin daily, and grow your Bitcoin while you're earning it, right? So awesome. So if Bitcoin's at 3,000 next year, then everybody that's in the MPCA is going to be living the dream. Our accounts will triple. So whatever you're making now, just think of it. If you just hold whatever you're making now, if you're making $50 a day on earnings, and you're able to withdraw $50 a day, well, guess what? If Bitcoin goes to 3,000, you'll be earning $150 a day. Okay, so that's awesome, and that's just by next March. We believe, and I'm definitely going to call for 3,000 by next March, unless we have some type of hard fork and Bitcoin goes to 700 and has to climb its way all the way back up. Then I'm going to say 2,000 by next March. But if we don't have a hard fork and Bitcoin continues the way it is right now, definitely 3,000 by next March for Bitcoin easily. If we have a hard fork, then I'll say 2,000 for Bitcoin. So it's still going. So your money will still double. Actually, you'll make more money because you'll be buying the crap out of Bitcoin at 700 if it did do a hard fork. People would be buying it like crazy. They'll be coming out of the other altcoins and be going straight into Bitcoin and buying it up at 700 because they know it's going to rise all the way back up. Okay, so it says in a few days after Bitcoin officially became a method of payment in Japan on April 1st, two major Japanese retailers have partnered with Japanese Bitcoin exchanges to start accepting the digital currency for payments. So this is going to be awesome. Once this happens, you're going to see Bitcoin start to rise. The pressure for Bitcoins is just going to automatically rise the price, because there's just too much pressure that's going to be on Bitcoin and from now till whenever, to the end. The pressure for Bitcoin and there's only 21 million that's going to be 21. Is it 21 million or 21 billion? Is it 21 million Bitcoins or 21 billion Bitcoins that are going to be minted? I think it's 21 million. But they can always do it in megabytes and megabits and things like that. They can make it smaller, of course. Like for those that are in MPCA, when you click on those pay to click ads and they run for like 20 seconds and stuff, or 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or 30 seconds, and then you get like 0.00000000336 or something like that. Bitcoins, that's what I'm talking about. So they can print it in megabits and million bits and trillion bits and things of that nature. Okay, so these two big stores or outlets or retailers are going to be using Bitcoins all over. So and that turns out to be how many stores were there? 260,000 stores. So this is going to be awesome for Bitcoin users. They're going to accept Bitcoin. It says Bitcoin payments at two of its local locations in Tokyo, Japan. I think Tokyo, Japan got 1 billion people in it alone. My goodness, Tokyo, Japan is like one of the busiest places. Beijing and Tokyo. Beijing, Tokyo, New York, London, Singapore. Just busy. And Sweden. What's the area in Sweden that's really busy? That's the financial area. I can't remember. No, it's Switzerland, right? Yeah, Switzerland. Not Sweden, but Switzerland. But I don't know where in Switzerland is the financial headquarters. But anyways, it's busy in those areas. Okay, so customers are allowed to pay up to 100,000 yen, which is $940 $40 at this time using the cryptocurrency, and they will also get reward points at the same rate as for cash payments. Oh wow. So not only can you use Bitcoin, but you're also going to get reward points like you use the dollar or the yen or any other currency. So that's going to make people even better, because Bitcoin fees are way cheaper, right, than bank fees. So people are going to be using Bitcoins, because the fees are like pennies, and instead of using their banks and your credit cards and other things where the fees are outrageous. Okay, so Recruit, Lifestyle, and CoinCheck. Meanwhile, another major Japanese Bitcoin exchange, CoinCheck, has partnered with Recruit Lifestyle, the retail support arm of human resource conglomerate Recruit Holdings. CoinCheck confirmed the partnership to Bitcoin.com, adding that currently the company holds 99% of Bitcoin payment market share. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. 99% of Bitcoin payment market shares. Wow, that's a lot. So by this summer, Bitcoin will become a payment option at shops, which are stores basically. We call them stores in America, right? I think people out of America say shops. I'm going to the shops, or we say I'm going to the store, and they say I'm going to the local shop. That use Recruit Lifestyle priority points of sale POS app called I can't even read this thing. Let me highlight it here because the sun's in my eye. I'm actually sitting by the sun. Airigi. Okay, Airigi. Okay, I never heard of Airigi, but okay. Currently 260,000 food establishments and other retail locations nationwide use this tablet-based POS system. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so 260,000 stores will accept Bitcoin, and this should double the price. Let's actually go to the price now. I think it's down today. But this news should actually help boost it up. Okay, they got it at 11.22 on the cryptocurrency market cap. But these prices are different than Coinbase, so we got to understand that as well. So Ethereum's at 46, Ripple is at 3 cents and 7. Dash is actually coming up, so Dash actually hit a bottom. If you look at Dash chart, it hit a bottom here. Let's go to the charts of Dash real quick. Let's go here real quick and check out the chart for Dash. Okay, so you see here, this is the bottom. So let's come down here. Hold up, let's go down to the bottom. Why I won't let there is. Okay, so what was this price? USD 57. So the bottom was 57, looks like. Okay. I thought it went past 57 though. Didn't it go past 57? I thought it went to like 53. Okay, whatever. So I thought I saw it at 53. But either way, it stopped at the 50s, which is cool. Yeah. So let's go back here to the market cap, all currencies. All right, and let's go down to that new one that not the new one, but the one that what's his name, Mike was talking about yesterday, that he reviewed, NEM, and it's at 1.07 cents, and it's down a little bit today. Okay, so this is the one he reviewed yesterday. So I believe that was yesterday. He has so many videos I don't even know anymore. So let's check out the real prices for Bitcoin and let's get out of here. Bitcoin, so this price is a lot higher, $11 higher than this price. Okay, so but as you see, this is the Coinbase price, which is $12.27. So they have this is the price that they sell and this is the actual price of Bitcoin is 1133. Okay, so 1133 is the price. It's under 1150. It broke 1150 last night. I thought it was going to go because it broke resistance at 1150. It was supposed to. It looked like it was going to go up to 1180, 1190, but as soon as it broke resistance, and as soon as I said that Bitcoin broke resistance, look out for 1180, 1190, people started selling. So, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just keep that to myself, because it looks like a lot of people see my Twitter and they'll see my my Facebook, and they'll see that Bitcoin broke resistance. Let me sell. Instead of, no, it's broke resistance, so now it's going to use that resistance to go higher. And people just, as soon as it did that, people just started selling. So I don't know, so maybe I might need to shut my mouth sometimes with buys and sells. But yeah, so go to the subscribe to this channel, Eyes Open Media. We're gonna do the map this afternoon. On the main channel, we had subscribe to the main channel 365, where Currency 365. I got a buy signal for Litecoin from Charlie Lee on there, and talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, the map updates up next in a couple of hours. Peace out. I gotta rest my voice here. Eyes open. Bye.